Patina. Come on, Patina. Come on. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Come on. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the vwnut 1967 channel on YouTube. You can see there's my beautiful pit bull puppy dog Patina. Hi. Would say hi to the people. You got to say hi to the people. Yep. There she is. So I will try to eliminate some shaky camera. So we'll be right back inside the car in a second and we can talk about what's going to happen in this video. Say hi to the people. Yeah. There you go. Got to guard the heater. Somebody's job. Alright, so you guys are sitting in the corner of the car. For right now I do. Let me see if it's in the picture. You can kind of see that the heater channel is still sitting up in there. Pretty nice. Pretty good fitment for a guy on his second day. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the rest of this. See how much of this I can get cleaned up with the flap disc and maybe my little air thingy. So, it's not the greatest content, but it's a necessary part of what I'm doing here. So, I'm going to show it. Enjoy the music. Here we go. So Patina upgraded to her jacket to help keep herself warm while she was sitting by the heater. So thought I'd show you guys. Hi, this puppy dog. So I had to put the cutoff wheel on to kind of just get this little piece right here out. So I'm going to grab a cutoff wheel, cue the music, whatever it is. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Alright, so here's where we're at. That's some of that primer. A couple of people got offended that I said weld through primer, weld on primer, weld through primer. Because it's a lap joint, the surfaces in between you can't treat to prevent rust. So they make a primer that when you hit it with the welder, it doesn't affect it. So on that lap joint, that is where we use the primer. So I was out in the vwnut 1967 parts warehouse and found my floor pan for the driver's side and brought it over here to the bench and broke out the hole punch set, the entire set, broke that out. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys back to the music. I'm going to make this cut right here off of the replacement pan because as you've seen in the car, we don't need that part. Well, we need that part, but the part in the car is good. So I'm just going to cut that while it's here on the bench. So enjoy the music. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so I brought you guys inside the car real quick because I need to set the depth gauge on the hole punch because we're going to punch them old school style. So I know that I want the holes to be in about the center of this. So it has a gauge right here on the side that I can set so that I don't go, so that my holes are uniform. Let's go over to the bench and punch some holes. Alright, so we're at my sides, one of my side sticker windows of Ruby. VeeDub P8, his channel link will be in the description. He's got a couple of nice Volkswagens out there in Washington, and always a good time. So I will put his channel link in the description for Volkswagen type fun, most definitely. All types of fun. Go check out my friend VeeDub P8. But the reason we're at Ruby is because of all the work that's been happening in here. We need to put, I have a car cover that fits specifically on the bug. So I'm going to put the car cover on. So I'll bring you guys back once I do that. Alright, so Ruby's all covered up. Daisy is going to hold on to Ruby's roof rack for the time being. I got a little bit of primer on the inside of that pan where we punched the holes. We're going to let that dry, eat some food, come back, stab that in there, see if she fits. Alright, so we got something to eat, and I grabbed a blue cup of water because water is delicious. And we're going to go ahead and find a spot for you guys. And then we are going to slip that floor pan right in there. I think that's probably a pretty safe place, so cue the music and we'll get to fitting. Alright, so I think we got her. Alright, so I'm going to fold this down out of my way. That's the only spot where the pan is hitting. And we forgot to punch holes in the front, so we'll do that too. Alright, so we pulled it back out of the car and punched the holes across the front where we needed them. We'll get it back in the car. And I bet we can get it to stay there this time. Alright, so everything appears to be okay as far as the pan is concerned. So now we can grab that heater channel, slip her up in there and throw a few bolts in there, remembering to put a little piece of rubber in between. So we get the proper fitment. I need to find a better stick than that one to hold this up. Probably I'll find a speaker box or something to hold that in place. I'll bring you guys right back when we start fitting that heater channel in here. Alright, so now we start said wrestling match. Prepare to wrestle. Alright, so I'm running around with my tape measure, and one second with the shaky cam. I took a distance from here, I took the distance from here to here off of that side, which we took off of Ruby, and in the rear the distance from the rain gutter here to the top of it here, plus I also did from the inside here out to this carpet rail holder thing right here, both here and here, and that thing is exactly where it should be. So I think it's only fitting that we stick it down for good. Alright, so you guys already know how this works. You've seen me doing it with the help of Musty One. So I got that papered all in there to fit, and I'm just going to fold the edge real quick out here on something nice and even, like this rain gutter, so that I have enough meat to hopefully have enough to capture, and we do plenty. Alright, so that's the first maple door. We'll get that transferred over to some metal and get to cutting and stitching her back in the car. Bring you guys right back once we're in metal. Alright, so there's the first one. I'm going to trace around it so that we know where to clean up so that it will weld. Yeah, I like that. Well, we're on the outside of the car, so here's the real test. Is she gonna stay together? And the answer is yes. Most definitely it is. It's not pretty, but it's solid. Now we'll move to this patch out here and make that one. Alright, so we're over here now. I was just looking on the inside real quick to see if I in fact have a little bit better luck if I pushed a different way. But this is where we're at. So I'm gonna keep stitching this together. Let me make sure that light's not doing funky things for you guys. It's not. I guess a little hole right down here, but I'm gonna continue to stitch this bottom up real quick. Let's say real quick, like it's just half go by itself. Alright, so we got that patch panel in, and that one in, which holds the rear of the car where it's supposed to be. We will just double check real quick that of course the door does in fact close. Does in fact. Most certainly it will. I'm going to say I didn't do horrible. Anyway, we'll get that cleaned up and we'll bring you back. I don't know if I'll be back out in the shop tonight or if we'll continue this tomorrow. I'll let you know when I turn the camera back on. Alright, so the heat's on. Patina is in her jacket, keeping the heater company, staying warm. I am working on getting this here front wheel off of there. So I'll set you guys up and you can watch me take that off. That's so we can get the patch panel inside that fender. Alright, so you guys are looking in there. Right here's my piece of metal. I should put on my gloves. Grab my gloves, hang on for a second. Oh, I couldn't find them because I was sitting on them. There you go. That's why. And put my load so that I can kneel down correctly. There we go. Now we're good. Alright, like I said, you guys are looking inside there, and I have my piece of metal here. I need this. The smallest little, yeah, that guy right there is directly in my way. Need to massage this a little bit more. I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so I just took a little right off the top. Alright, so we got that piece tacked in place. I'm going to go on the inside now and tack the inside of it. And then we'll move on to the next piece. Alright, so we're inside the car now. Just giving her a little ticky-tacky wherever we can to kind of hold that corner together. When that's done, I believe we'll move on to tacking the pan together. Up front, where the, up here where the pedal assembly goes. Why the pedal assembly, you say? You'll see. Alright, so let me see where you guys are looking. I'm gonna work on tacking that top edge down a little bit better from the other side of the car. So continue to enjoy whatever music I had chosen for you and watch my welding. Alright, so we got that one pretty much sewed up in there, and we got this back corner pretty much sewed up in there. A couple of bolts in the pan. Aside from bolting the pan down and making a few more paper dolls, I think we may be ready to take this back down the street over to the professor's house. The professor. And finish putting her together before we start the body work. I think that's probably going to do it for this one. I don't know if you guys seen my dog other than in here in her coat, but she's got to be somewhere, so maybe we'll find her. If not, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me here at the VWNut 1967 channel, and we'll see you in a couple of days.